Okay, here we are at Knox Drive. You got vinyl tactiles stick to the floor here. The slab looks good. Everything's nice and level, and actually the integrity of this flooring doesn't look too bad. We talked about doing some flooring, so this could be another area to talk about, although I think that this could also probably be livable as well. The back patio door and the screen door have been replaced, and all the seals and sashes and everything look good there. There's missing chair rail around the perimeter of the room here, and they have that. This is something to put a pin in. We're not sure if we're going to be able to find these tiles exactly. I believe she said 15 years ago they bought this material at Menards. You can see there's some deterioration in places of the grout, but then in other places it looks good. So this is a question mark, right? Like, can we get away with buying a few tiles, even if they're not exactly the same? Have some grout touch-up work done and make this look presentable? It's a $64,000 question. Hopefully not exactly, right? Replacement windows all throughout. They have all the screens and parts. This particular one is not supported when you raise it. Something's wrong with the mechanism in the spring there, and Tom said he could change that. The cabinets are somewhat newer. I believe she said they were 5 or 6 years old, and the countertops look good. They're laminate, and there's no ripples in the seams. Everything's still where it ought to be. Should probably put a dishwasher in there, some paint work, tidy up. This is something that they mentioned they had a remedy for here on the kitchen cabinet side there, where somebody stuck something to it. Okay, this is probably scratch and dent. Cabinets. So the carpet's a few years old, and I think for the most part that this could just be cleaned and called good. We got an open wall here where some plumbing work was done, and they know that that needs to be closed up, and I'm sure they have all the chair rail and molding and stuff based on the way they've been operating. And that's nice though. Some nice trim work there. Again, there's a few stains in the carpet right over here, but hopefully we can get this cleaned and looking good. So more of the tile here as you come around to the front door. A little maintenance work to the storm door, get the gasket or the plunge that pulls it closed fixed. In the bathroom, we've got simple vanity. Need some kind of finish work done in here. Looks like they got a newer toilet. Maybe run a little paint in here. And same carpet on the runners up the stairs. You got a hodgepodge of carpet upstairs, where the carpet in the hallway is different than the carpet in the bedrooms. Carpet in the bedrooms has got wrinkles and wear, all 3 bedrooms. However, you've got the same vinyl replacement windows throughout. Some nice built-ins in the closet over here. Let's see. The woodwork. These doors are kind of jacked, but they slide nice, and they're solid wood doors. You know, it might behoove them to paint all of this. that's a project we could consider and talk about. Although it would be every closet door and every trim board up here, wouldn't it? So, nice sized bedrooms though. Master's on the front of the house. Again, you got loose carpet. You got the window that's got some duct tape on it that was used to secure and seal it when somebody broke it. There's broken pane of glass. Tom had mentioned he's got a company in Kendallville, I believe. Said that they can replace these glass panes and have them resealed. Missing trim down there, not a big deal. Let's get into the bathroom. Okay. Cracked sink, missing fixture pieces. Lower cabinets. Yeah, these are kind of shot. And you've got what appears to be a vinyl slip over for what we're presuming to be a cast iron tub underneath there with a shower insert. Drywall has had some work done to it. They've got some holes and things spackled. Apparently the ceiling paint was all peeling off, and that's smoothed out now. Should be able to have this whole space tidied up, although they talked about doing a full renovation in there, which I think would lend itself to a higher net value at the closing table. Some fixtures, missing pieces in the ceiling in the hallway there. Okay. Let's get downstairs here. Run through one more time. Oh yeah, we're missing a range oven too, so might consider a whole new array of appliances really. Now that I come back in here, this hood's dated and we're missing 2 out of 3. I'm sure Appliance Mike would be happy to come and take that fridge and give him something for it. Washer and dryer, also missing no doors there. This is going to be the laundry chute opening, maybe? Yeah, it sure is. Cool. There's a laundry chute closet upstairs, hallway, the linen closet. So that's cool. And then in the backyard, here's the evidence of where the sewer pipe was done. Tom got an excavator and came out here and tore all this up until he found out that all the way out here it goes 18 feet into the ground, which kind of blows my mind. We're still missing the fencing sections here that were removed for the excavator to have room to work, and Tom says that he has all of that. There's a shed back here. It's probably a 12 by 16, and it's on a slab, and it's all aluminum, and it could probably use a power wash and maybe a coat of paint. They talked about doing this whole fence too, so that's quite a project, but probably one worth doing depending upon how well we can put it back together originally. I think maybe if we got lucky we could skip that. I don't know, this neighbor's portion of the fence that you see over here that looks pretty damn, that's their fence because it's facing in. So okay, so that looks decent. Right, gutters, soffits, all look good. The roof's just a few years old. There's nothing to talk about there. And the furnace and air conditioner are going to be original to the house. Baird. Still working. Age is not a defect. And in the garage, just got some stuff. Well, here's the old appliances. I would imagine we're talking about replacing those. We'll talk about those before I leave. 100 amp service, drop down storage in the attic. Ceiling looks decent out here. It didn't all smacked up and hold up. Here is the furnace, air conditioning, I think this main plenum needs to be rewrapped and just enclosed with some kind of material so that the insulation isn't exposed and people can't gripe about what it looks like. We're not interested in trying to replace the furnace. Looks like it went in there in '88. And it's probably been there ever since, and it works fine, and age is not a defect. House also has a water softener, it's an insulated overhead door, some storage out here, and then one last, the driveway is worth talking about, although I think we're gonna try to forego any kind of concrete work and just talk about tidying up the cracks and getting the weeds out of there and making it look as presentable as possible. Landscaping looks good. Some really pretty trees out here that don't require any immediate maintenance. There's this one little element of the seamless gutter along the entire front portion of the home over the patio where our son backed the truck into it, and we're going to try to bang that thing back out into place without having to replace that whole stinking gutter. And I think the last thing to talk about is this third portion of the patio front porch concrete here. This element of the structure has sunk to include this separate pad for the pedestal here that holds up the overhang for the porch. And you can kind of see where the gaps in the movement are of the overhang attached to the house has not settled, along with that one particular support underneath. But you can see a gap there, so we were wondering if maybe pumping some foam under that concrete wouldn't be in order. There's a few little like missing paint rub something up on the eaves there. There's a little flaky paint here. We've already had an FHA appraisal come through here, and I'm kind of surprised that there weren't more conditions, really. I have to say the appraiser was probably pretty liberal. Some of these guys would have had a heyday with all this. Okay, that should be good for now.